Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over two new palettes from Nars Cosmetics. One is an eyeshadow palette and the other is a cheek palette. They both look identical on the outside, and the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because their last two palettes that they released, and yes, I do have a review of both of these. The eyeshadow palette and the cheek palette look different and they're different sizes. Like this one is pink, it's obviously bigger. It's the cheek palette, and then this one is the eyeshadow palette and it's orange. So I'm going to get into these, like the comparisons, but yeah, this makes it easy to just see which one is which, whereas when I'm just looking at these on my desk right here, it's a little difficult. But anywho, let me tell you which one is which. This is the palette right here. This is the Cool Crush palette, and it is limited edition, as well as the cheek palette. It is limited edition. This is called the Hot Fix palette. Both of these are Nordstrom exclusives. However, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, when something is an exclusive, it stays with a certain retailer for a certain amount of time, like a week or two, sometimes like a month, and then it will go to other retailers. But I have no idea with this collection if it's going to stay with Nordstrom or if others will get it. Like Sephora, I have absolutely no idea. All I know is as of right this second, they are Nordstrom exclusives. As always, I'm going to give you guys the swatches and information on the palettes, and then after that, I will give you guys my demo and my thoughts on each of them, as well as some comparisons to like the blushes and whatnot. Starting off with the Cool Crush eyeshadow palette, this retails for $59. Again, limited edition, and you're getting a mixture of different shades in here, from matte to kind of satin and then those shimmery shades. Here are the swatches. We have Sext, Soft Chill, Super Class, Nylon, Fresh Cut, Inception, Prowl, Shake It, Feist, Ganges, Risk, and Isolde 2. If I'm not mistaken, this shade right here, Isolde 2, was something that I have heard of before. Either a single or one of the duos that they had. I don't know if you guys are aware, but they have reformulated all of their shadows. They have new duos, a lot of different things. But I feel like I have heard of this one before. I can't place it right now. I didn't even look at the names until just now, but I'm gonna have to figure that one out. But those are the swatches for that. Now let me get into the cheek palette. The Hot Fix cheek palette retails for $49, and you're getting 3 different blushes in it and 1 highlight. The first one is kind of like a skin type of finish. So it says that it's shimmering, but really it just kind of has like that nice skin type of texture. This one is matte, and then this one definitely has a sheen to it. You're definitely going to be able to see a little bit of radiance out of it. For the colors, we have Gold Leash, described as a shimmering gold highlighter, Spark Got Hot, shimmering beige pink, Dream Peach, matte warm peach brown, and then Sugar Spirit, shimmering nude rose. For the demos, I'm going to start off with the eye look, and then I will apply this to my cheeks, and I'm going to compare it to this palette right here because I thought of this immediately because the shades in this just kind of looked like those. So I'm going to see, I haven't even swatched them myself, I'm going to see just how similar they are, as well as the new blush that I love called Behave. But let's go ahead and get into this look. Refer 01 and this peachy color. I'm placing this into the crease, and I apologize, I already have it slightly applied, and that is because I had started recording. I showed you guys the color and started putting it in my crease, and then realized that it stopped recording. So I guess I didn't actually hit the record button. My apologies. But anywho, this is a really pretty peachy color. It is not matte, but I liked the color, so I wanted to put it into the crease. That's just a slight sheen to it, but nothing like sparkly or anything like that. I just think it looks good. I wanted something a little lighter and a little brighter for the transition crease area. Using the same brush, now I'm going to grab this shade. I'm going to use this to deepen up the crease. Back and forth windshield wiper motions, and small circular motions to blend it lightly upward. Wayne Goss number 18 in this red brick color. I'm going to place this on the very outer corner, tapping it into place first. And bring it over about half of the lid. Then I'm lightly going to smoke out the outer corner of the eye, bringing it upward. MAC 239S and this pinky shimmer. I'm going to apply this to the center portion of the lid and then slightly tap over the last shade we laid down. Was it just me, or when I said pinky, did anybody else think of your actual pinky? I'm bringing this all the way up to the crease, but I'm not passing it. Kind of tapping it into place and swiping. I do have to build this up a little bit. Using the same brush, I'm going to grab the shade right above the last one we used, applying this to the inner portion of the lid, tapping over again the last shade. Refer P21 in this matte light shade, placing this at my brow arch. And go around the edges of the shadow, just make sure everything is nice and clean. Refer number 3 in the deep turquoise blue. I am going to place this as close to my lower lash line as possible. I'm not going to drag this down as far as I normally do. Sonia G Flat Definer and the metallic blue. I'm going to place this on my inner corner. And then I'm going to go add on liner and mascara. To finish off my eyes, I did a small winged liner and I used my Rimmel Scandalized Precision Micro Eyeliner. I did the top inner rim with Milk Boss liner. And then I wanted to add a little something to my lower waterline. So I used my Linda Hallberg Guilty Mood Crayon. I thought that it complemented the shadow really nicely and it kind of gave it a little bit more depth to the look. And so that completed everything. And then on my lips, I have kitten liner all over with a gloss on top. Everything will be listed down below. Now let me get into my thoughts. I'm going to start off with the eyeshadow palette before I get into the comparisons for the cheek palette. This is beautiful. Just looking at it, I think it is gorgeous. I do think it's a little bit more of a fall type of palette. I feel like I'm wanting things that are a little bit more on the spring side, spring, summer. You can definitely use this during the summer. I think what gives me that fall vibe are these shades right here. So these 3. You take those away and it's pretty much a neutral palette. I think this performed really well. I do think that these 2 shimmers could have been a little bit more intense. I did have to layer them, but it's still really pretty. They perform like I expect Nars shadows to perform. This one I think would have required a little bit more building on my lower lash line, but that's hard to see from so far away. When I got up close, I could see that it wasn't as, saturated as I wanted, but I was able to reapply with that same Refer number 3 brush, and I just did that, and then I added that inner rim liner, and it just made everything pop. I think this is really beautiful, and I actually like looking at it more than I do the Afterglow palette, but I love this palette. There's just something about it that I absolutely love, and I just kind of think this one is good, but I don't think I'm going to reach for it that much. Just being completely honest, obviously this contains a lot of shades that I already have in my collection, but it's so pretty to look at, and I love NARS shadows. I've said this a million times, but ever since their Loaded palette, I've really enjoyed them, and then they did the whole change, and I just feel like they have upped their game when it comes to shadows, and I definitely think that they have reformulated the blushes. I haven't confirmed that with anybody, but I feel like there has been a formula change because this palette right here is something I use just about every single day. Dang it, I closed it. You know how I am. NARS palettes are hard for me to open. And then I have absolutely fallen in love with the 2 of the blushes that I got, which is Behave and Tempted. Behave I use the most. I'm going to compare that later. This is something I'm probably not going to grab for that much. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I think it's beautiful, but it's not something that I necessarily needed and something that I say that anybody else really needs. You definitely have these shades in your collection, but if you're going to ask me if I think it's good or not, I do. I think it's a beautiful palette. But if I'm going to tell you which one to get out of the two, this one. I just think this is so pretty. And again, these are shades that most people have in their collection, but there's something about this. Like when I'm looking at it, again, I think the other one is prettier to look at, but this one, when I have it on my eyes, I just like it so much. And I've done several different looks with it. I love these two just combined just by themselves, smoked out. It's just beautiful. But this is such a hit. I had to pick, it would be the Afterglow palette, but the other one is nice as well. Let's get into this face palette. What did I do? I hid it under the other face palette. This is beautiful. Like I just mentioned, I think that they have upped their game with the quality of their blushes. I don't remember them being this amazing. I loved Nars Madly, but even Nars Madly does not feel as good as these, as good as the Overlust palette, or as good as the shades that I just picked up in singles. The blushes they have been putting out, I am definitely on board with. Oh, and I finally got my hands on Illicit. Not technically have my hands on, I've ordered it though, so I will have my hands on it. So I'm excited to be able to test that one out. This is beautiful. The biggest difference I can see between the two is this one, the Overlust palette. The highlights in here are way more natural, and you really have to build them up in order to get that, you know, any kind of impact out of them. They're a little bit more creamy, like the texture of them are almost not wet, but kind of like a pressed gelée. I don't know. They're different. It's soft and it goes on the skin very nicely, but it's very natural. So if you're looking for a palette that has natural, softer, not going to accentuate anything type of highlight, this is the palette for you. This one though, the Hot Fix palette, this is a different type of texture and it is more intense. It is intense right away and you can build upon that. Obviously, I like to go and buff things out to soften it, but this is definitely going to be for somebody who likes more of that highlight type of look. Now let's get into these. I want to swatch these against the palette and my new single. So let me do this. I'm going to swatch these three. You can see those. I definitely think that these two are darker than what is in this palette. All right, I'm going to swatch these on my other hand. Hot Fix and Overlust. Overlust is definitely lighter than what Hot Fix is, with the exception of the very first shade in there, not the highlight, but the very first blush. Let me see. I would say that the first two in both of the palettes are quite similar. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can get a close-up. Let's see. I have to try and bend down, otherwise it will show my face instead of my fingers. But you can definitely see this one is much darker than what this one is. These two are the ones that I think are the most similar. These right here, this is definitely lighter than this one. These kind of have the same type of color, but this one is deeper, and then this one definitely has more of a sheen to it, like that shimmery type of look. Not shimmery as in like glittery, but just it has way more sheen than what any of the other ones do. But those are the comparisons for that. Now I want to get out my two new blushes. This one is Behave. Oh, I love this one so much. And then this one is Tempted. There they are. So you can see this one is a neutral pink, and then this one is kind of peachy, and this has a shimmery sheen to it, if you can see whenever I'm going back and forth with it. All right, let me get my palette. So again, if I'm going to try to swatch these, I'm going to swatch these two. Behave is a matte finish, and then this shade right here. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, this one's definitely more neutral, where this one's pinky. This one is more of a neutral, slightly cool, but more of a neutral type of pink. So those are definitely not the same. I just stuck my nail into Tempted. Ah, that drives me bonkers. All right, so if I was going to pick a shade out of these, I would say it's closest to the center one, but I know that they're not going to be similar because, again, this one has a sheen to it. You can kind of see right there. It's like a peachy champagne. I don't know. It's beautiful, though. And then I'm going to swatch this one right here. Yeah, you can see right away. This one's so pigmented. That is what I have on right now. And you saw, I dot it on. It was like pigmentation, but then it blended out so effortlessly. So I'm glad that this isn't a bunch of dupes that I already have in my collection. The closest one is definitely the first one, but that's one that I'm also going to get a ton of use out of. I can see myself hitting pan. I know a lot of people don't go through blushes, but I do. I absolutely do. For my thoughts, I am definitely more in love with the cheek palette. It is so good. I don't think you necessarily need it if you already have the Overlust palette, but if you want something that's just a little bit deeper than that, that one is going to be great for you. And then the eyeshadow palette, I like it. I think it's really pretty, but I'm just not like enthused by it. I'm not excited about it. I'm more excited about looking at it than I am with it on my actual eyes. I think it's beautiful, and I think that if those are your colors and you're wanting something, that you're going to be happy with it, but I just don't think it's something I'm going to grab for all the time. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.